Okay, part 8 is now in session of my favorite shows. Now we're gonna continue with Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Yep, that's right, I said Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Get it? Cause this show is literally about Scooby-Doo and the gangs. Anyways, what could I say about Scooby-Doo? I have to say, Scooby-Doo is really funny. Like, Scooby-Doo is a marvelous and great character, and he's also a cute dog. And we got Fred, we got Velma, and Shaggy, and Daphne. And they drive in this van called the Mystery Machine. And they go on the quest to find these monsters and all those, and solving problems. And the jokes are really funny, like, really. Even the way that they get spooked or scared at times, it can get funny as well. I mean, this is also one of those Hanna-Barbera shows that I consider a classic. Yeah, I like Scooby-Doo. It's really a funny show. They made a movie called Scooby-Doo in live action back in 2002, which that movie was terrible because it ruined a great classic franchise like this one. And then they made Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed, which was just as bad as the 2002 movie. And we got Scoob, which it's I heard it's a huge disappointment. So yeah, the 2020 Scooby-Doo movie. Yeah, the new animated Scooby-Doo called Scoob back in last year in 2020. You know what I'm talking about. I heard that was a huge disappointment. And what else? But this Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And some other Scooby-Doo series, yes, it's funny and it's a classic. Everything I could say about it is just a good show to me. But if you don't like it, I'm fine with your opinion. To me, I just like it. I like it because it's funny and I consider this a classic, a Hanna-Barbera classic, along with the Flintstones and others. Okay, moving on with Scooby-Doo. I got another one. Another one I want to talk about that's good is the Wild Thornberrys. Yep, it's another show that I like. What could I say? This is such an amazing cartoon. The Wild Thornberrys, yes, it is definitely a good Nickelodeon show. Eliza is such a great character, and so is Darwin and Donnie and Debbie and Nigel. All of the characters, I have to say they're all great. I like how Eliza helps the animals when they are in danger or if they're in trouble and they need help. Eliza is always there to help them and rescue them. Because Eliza talks to animals. And this is really cool for a kid's show. A girl talking to animals, it really amazed me. And yes, this is also one of those Nickelodeon shows that's very nostalgic. And it's also one of those pure cartoon shows that we got back in the good old days in the 90s. They even had a movie called The Wild Thornberrys movie, which that movie was was just as good as the show itself, in my opinion. I liked the show and the movie as well. I thought they were pretty. I thought it was good. So yeah, the Wild Thornberrys, yes, definitely a good Nickelodeon show. I like how Eliza talks to animals, and I like how she helps them, and I like the animation. The animation looks nice. The characters are really good natured and really fits the personalities, how they behave, fits them really well. And the theme song is very nostalgic. Everything I could say about it, it's just a great show. The Wild Thornberrys, definitely a great show. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend that you go see it. The Wild Thornberrys is a great show. Trust me, you will be astonished. But if you don't like it, I'm fine. Once again, I'm fine with your opinion. Okay, moving on with the Wild Thornberrys. We have another one that was part of my childhood. If you don't like it, you know the drill. I'm fine with your opinion. But to me, I personally like this show in my opinion because of my childhood. Really? Ready? Here we go. It is Bananas in Pajamas. Yeah, I know. But like I said, another one of those shows that was part of my childhood. B1 and B2 and the Three Bears are just... I find the Three Bears actually to be pretty cute. And B1 and B2, they're great characters. And Rat in the Hat, he's a good character. And the way that they do stuff in the show, it's funny and it's it sometimes can be very educational as well. I used to have some VHS tapes of Bananas in Pajamas as a kid, and I used to watch them along with Blue's Clues and the Big Comfy Couch tapes. I watched these shows as a kid. Yeah, Bananas in Pajamas. Yes, it's a good childhood show to me. I mean, even the theme song is nice. I like the animation when they did the theme song. I thought that the animation looked neat, and I like how I like the theme song. And what else? The way that they do is really entertaining, and sometimes it's very educational, and yeah, it's funny as well. So yeah, if you don't like it, you know the drill. To me, Bananas in Pajamas was another part of my childhood shows. Yeah, I used to watch this show with on VHS tape on VHS tapes that I had. Yeah, and I actually find the show to be pretty good and pretty funny. Yeah, Bananas in Pajamas, yes, definitely a good show. Okay, moving on with Bananas in Pajamas. Even the theme even the theme song sounded perfect for the theme song of what it tries to be. Yeah, I was talking about the old Bananas in Pajamas back then. What else could I think of? Oh. This one, this one is a good Disney cartoon. Dave the Barbarian. Yep, it's another one of those rare Disney cartoons that I actually like. Yeah, I actually find the show to be pretty funny. Dave is such a good-natured and likable and soft-hearted and funny character. Yeah, Dave Dave is much more of a soft-hearted barbarian rather than menacing, I should say. He's much more soft-hearted rather than menacing, because his personality doesn't even look menacing to me at all. He's much more soft-hearted and good-natured, I should say. The princess is funny, and the girl, I believe her name is Fang, she's such a funny character. Even when she says, "Not a monkey!" I thought that's funny. Yeah, and the rest of the characters are all funny as well, and they're really redeemable as well. The animation looks really cool. The theme song, I have to say, is really cool as well. All of the episodes that I watched back then, they were just hilarious. I had a good time watching, and it always puts a smile on my face every time. Yeah, as a kid, I remember watching Dave the Barbarian, and I all I could say is it's a good show. Yes, Dave the Barbarian, again one of these shows that I liked back then when I was a kid, and it still lives up to its day to me. And it's also underrated, which, cause to me at least, it's another one of those underrated gems that no one talks about or forgets. Yeah, I don't know why, but Dave the Barbarian, yes, definitely a good show. If you haven't seen it, I recommend that you do, because it's such a great show. It has really good slapsticks, and most of the time it can get really funny. Even a villain who's like a pig, he can get really hysterical and hilarious. He's such a hilarious villain. Yeah, even the pig himself, who's a villain, he's funny as well. So yeah, Dave the Barbarian, yes, it is definitely a good Disney cartoon. If you haven't seen it, I recommend that you do. Such a great show, Dave the Barbarian. Okay, part 9 will be in session, so stay tuned for that.